Gemini. Gemini. Lord, please. General reading for Gemini for the entirety of October 2017. Gemini. Knight of Wands. Eight of Swords. Page of Wands reversed. Queen of Swords. Gemini, 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 Gemini. Please, Lord, please. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Gemini. October 2017. General reading for the sign of Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Lord help us. Alright. Two of Swords reversed. The Fool. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. King of Pentacles. King of Swords. The Moon. Two of Cups. King of Cups. Four of Cups. Six of Swords. And the Chariot. Feels like the top one. Three of Swords. Goodness, Gemini, what are you up to? Three of Swords at the top of the deck means heartache, pain, loss, anguish. It can also mean physical chest pain. So if you have heart conditions, that can mean that. It can mean anxiety attacks. It can mean, but it's mostly pain and anguish and heartache. Some truth that is coming around. Some truth, something that was said, something that you know is giving you heartache and pain, and it's cutting into your emotions. Lord help us. At the past position, we have the Queen of Swords, and she is upright. Truth, justice, clarity of thought, clarity of speech, not really making decisions based on your emotions. It's more analytical and bare bones and thought process, facts, based on facts, and truth and analysis. She doesn't beat around the bush, she just says it like it is. She doesn't usually care about what other people feel either. It's not that she doesn't care, it's just that she holds truth higher than how people are going to take it. In the current situation, we have the Knight of Wands upright, crossed by the Eight of Swords. The Knight of Wands, passion, fire, love, motivation, creativity. This can be a one-night stand card. You're there a person's there in your life one minute and they're gone the next, and while they're there, they're very passionate, they're very fiery, they can simply be there to be creative and give you ideas, but then the next minute they're gone, and yeah. But it's also crossed by this Eight of Swords, which can talk about fears or truths or illusions, communications. Usually it's about illusions and things that you worry about, stress, anxiety, things that haven't come to pass yet that you're worried about and you feel trapped by. They aren't necessarily real, they are just there in your mind, and your mind is keeping you trapped. What you need to do is realize that they are just worries, they are just fears, they are not reality unless you let them be. They aren't reality unless they come to pass. And if you manifest, if you keep thinking these negative thoughts, they will manifest in your life, or negative things will manifest in your life. You as a Gemini, your life path lesson is the Magician, and then is about manifestation. As above, so below. So as you think, as you believe, it will come to pass in your real life. It will come to pass in your material world. You will manifest it in your life. How that happens is you have this one belief about something and it might be negative, and because of that you will react in a negative way towards it. You will fear it. You will put out this vibe of, oh, I fear this, so I'm going to sidestep it and try to avoid it. And in doing so, the people around you might look at that and say, oh, they're acting in a funny way, I've got to be cautious about it, or I've got to do this. They'll see you reacting in a negative way towards that fear, and they will react in kind. So what you need to do is believe positively. You need to manifest positively. You need to let go of those fears, let go of those illusions. Realize that they are not real unless they actually happen, and there are ways that you can, just move through life without trying to avoid things. Just believe. Believe the best will come to pass, and the best usually will come to pass. At the base of your reading is the Page of Wands reversed. And this might be a child or someone who's acting like a child immaturely, behaving in an immature way, or they might be sad and depressed. They might be, it might be that their fire is put out. It might be that they are unsure, they're not motivated, they aren't being passionate, they aren't being loving or caring or motivated into action towards you. They might not be communicating either, because pages are about communication and messages, and these messages might not be coming through. They might not be coming in. Someone just might not be talking with you. And it might be a fire sign. At the top of your thoughts is the Two of Swords reversed. And the Two of Swords reversed talks about not being able to make a decision, not knowing where to go. Or it's a decision that's already been made. Either you've made this decision or somebody else has made this decision for you. It can also mean that you are not using your intuition. It can also mean that you are not making decisions with your heart. That the picture is of a woman who is kneeling on the ground in front of a lake, and she's crossing these two swords in front of her, these two truths, one path and the other. And maybe you don't know which way to go, or what path to choose, what person to choose, what truth to choose. You might not know where to go or what to do. And the way she's holding these swords, she is guarding her heart. So she's not making the decision out of a heart space. She's making the decision out of a very cold and clinical sort of thought process. And when it's reversed, you might be doing this in an abundance, like a really, really cold way of thinking, without using your heart at all. Or it can simply mean that you don't know where to go. You have no idea which path to choose. You're at a stalemate, and you can't use your intuition, or you don't want to decide. You don't want to make a step forward. I like this, though. In your outcome in the future, you have the Fool card, and that is about having faith. That is about trusting in the universe to bring you your best good, your highest good. And it's in the upright, so you aren't being foolish about it. You're just having faith. The thing about having faith, though, is that you can have all the faith in the world, and if you don't take action towards that faith, then you will never receive. And the Magician part, the life lesson card for you, is also about taking action and manifesting what you want. The Fool card is the inspiration. It's the idea. It's the faith. The Magician card is putting that faith into practice. It's taking the action steps in faith. Moving in a way that helps you to manifest what you want. So right now you have faith, but you need to take the action steps moving forward. In this first energy line, we have the King of Pentacles. This energy can be you, or it can be another person. We have the King of Pentacles, and this is about being very grounded. Pentacles can be, it's a very, very good manifestation. It's extremely mature. It is the oldest of the court cards. It's very domineering, very take charge. And Pentacles are in the realm of stability and finances. It can also be about health and spirituality. It can be about religion. So you are manifesting very well as a King of Pentacles here, if this is you, if this is your energy line. And then as people see you, how people see you, or in your environment, is the King of Swords. This is also a very high manifestation. It's a very mature manifestation. It would be you. As an air sign, you would manifest as a King of Swords if you are moving in a very extremely mature way and taking charge and being in control of your life. It's in the swords aspect, it's air. It's about truth and balance and doing the right thing and saying what you mean, saying the truth of a situation, not really caring about, as with the Queen of Swords, it's not really caring about how people feel about a situation. It's just getting the truth out there, saying your truth, which is an extremely good thing. As an air sign, that would be how you would express yourself in the highest way, is giving your truth to someone. Giving the truth to someone. In your emotions, hopes, and fears is the Moon card. And the Moon card can be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces person. But it can also be about deep psychology. It can be about things not uncovered. It can be about secrets. My baby girl's got allergies and she coughs sometimes. It can be about secrets. It can be about lies and deception and things being covered up. In your outcome is the Two of Cups reversed, which is very interesting. This might be a breakup for you, through an emotional breakup for you. The Two of Cups can talk about soulmate relationships. It can talk about any kind of relationship that is a very deep spiritual or emotional bond between two people. With the Three of Swords here as the overall, this might have been a third-party situation where you had to make a choice between two people, and this is the outcome. One person is breaking up. They feel like they are breaking up, or all of the emotions are coming out of this relationship, which is very interesting. It came up as the Two of Cups reversed. Just this bond between two people is now coming to an end. Which would seem this way with this here. In this energy line, which is another person, we have the King of Cups upright. Someone who is very mature, who is very much in control of their emotions, does things from the heart, makes decisions from an emotional space. This could be you, or this could be the other person. In their environment, how people see them is the Four of Cups reversed. The Four of Cups upright talks about not wanting a offer. Someone has offered them something, and they are standing back saying, no, I don't want this. When it's reversed, it can talk about someone regretting not taking an offer. Someone who is perhaps putting their foot down and saying, no, I don't want this. I do not want this. Having to put their foot down. Being very emotionally mature with that King of Cups and letting the other person know that you do not want this offer. It might have been an emotional offer. It might have been the offer of a relationship. But this person here is not taking this offer. Either that or they are accepting it. But I don't feel it's that way with this breakup, with this heartache. Everybody's manifesting really well as kings, as uprights. It seems that you're all moving through this in a very mature way. Even with the heartbreak, even with the upset. Someone down here, it might not be that they're manifesting immaturely. It might just be that the love didn't come through, messages of love didn't come through. Because everybody's popping up as kings. And kings are the highest manifestation, aside from it being a actual major arcana of that person. The kings are the highest manifestation you can go for. In this person's emotions, hopes, and fears, we have the Six of Swords. And someone has taken their thoughts out of their emotions and is moving forward in a very calm way, out of emotional upset and into calm waters. They might be moving away from the situation. With this rejection of this offer, they might be moving onward away from the situation. Maybe away from you, or you are away from them. And then as their outcome, they have the Chariot, which is a very good card. It's about self-control and discipline. It's about victory, but it's mostly about having control of your inner processes, being able to be in control of both the dark and the light side of yourself, and it's an extremely mature card. It can also talk about actual physical movement, someone being in a car and driving. That's happened a lot. Like whenever I get readings for myself, that's whenever the Chariot pops up, that's usually what I'm doing. I'm driving in my car, which is, But this seems more like an emotional control, just being in control of your emotions, being in control of that inner self, where even though you might have some turmoil, one wants to go one way, one wants to go the other way, you're able to move forward very maturely. So, it seems like a very difficult situation, Gemini, but everybody seems to be working through it very well. If this was a soulmate, please remember that some soulmates are not meant to be in our lives. Sometimes they are simply soul contracts. Sometimes they are simply lessons that we are supposed to learn from and grow beyond and move onward from. Yeah. Lord, advice please for Gemini. Advice please for Gemini. Geminis are always quick. Oof. Seek and you shall find, Matthew 7:7. Don't know, I can't see if you can see that. Peace be unto you, as my Father hath sent me. God is with you. God is with you always. Be of good comfort. Your faith has made you whole. And let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. I love that card. So yeah, Gemini, that is your reading for the month of October. I hope this helps you in some way. If you would like a reading from me, my information is in the description. Just send me an email and we'll set that up. If you would like me at an event, I do those too if you live around me. Email me and yeah, we'll talk it over and set it up. It seems like everybody here is handling this situation well, aside from the heartache and pain that you're going through. And even then you have some amazing cards for advice. I hope this all works out for you, and I will talk to you later.